Hi, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing our September reading for our Libras today. And we'll get started into it. We have our theme of the month, so I'll be talking with you about the theme of the month, and then we'll be talking about general aspects of things that are going to be occurring for you this month, and giving you some tips to be able to shift and deal with what's going to come up for you in the month of September for our Libras. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a theme of the month is 10 of water. And the water cards are all about the depth of emotion. And emotions, so often when this comes up as a theme card, this can mean that you might have be a little bit more emotional in the month of September, okay? And the 10 of water is about, sometimes these emotions can be, where it's tears of joy, that type of thing. And what I'm seeing around this for you guys is that in this particular month, I feel like your connections to family are going to be very strong. And that's part of what's going to help keep you grounded in the month of September, is that connection with family. I also feel like you're very well supported with your emotions, right? So you have people that you can talk to about your emotions and what's going on for you. And then, of course, financially, materially, you're also well supported, okay? And then the other thing that's coming up for me around this 10 of water is just a need to really look at things from a deeper perspective. So rather than looking at things at face value, as it were, to really look at what's happening in your life and what's coming up for you from a deeper perspective, okay? So just as an example, sometimes if someone is not very nice to you, let's say you have a waitress at a restaurant and they're not being very nice to you, or they don't just seem to really love their job or whatever it is, you don't have any idea what's going on for them and in their life. And it might be you that is able to lighten their day, get them to smile, get them thinking about something positive. So maybe they've had something really horrible happen in their life, or life in general is not going well for them. You don't know. And so anything that you can do to lighten the mood, lighten the load would be a good thing to do. And then the other piece of that is that oftentimes when people are behaving in a way that you don't particularly like, it's really them showing you their pain, okay? So they're showing you how they've been treated, and in that moment they need even more love than ever before. So even more love than when they're being nice to you. They need more love when they're in pain, okay, or when they're showing you their pain. Okay, so that's what we have for the theme of the month for our Libras for the month of September 2016. And let's grab the other cards so we can see what else we got going on for you this month. Oops. Okay. All right, so we have in the past position, so this is really the basis of the situation and really things that have been happening for you already. And why does this come up? Well, it's to show the connection, number one, and then number two, to shine some light on what's been happening in your life, okay? So we have the Chariot, which is Archangel Metatron. And Metatron is one of my favorite angels. He's our organization angel. He's also our time angel. So if you're needing more time, you can ask Archangel Metatron for a time warp, and he will essentially expand time for you. It's really cool how that works. And so what this is really about is, when Metatron comes in the past card, I'm seeing that you guys have been, kind of had your nose to the grind. So you have had the determination, you've had the willpower to do the things that you needed to do, okay? And this is really important that you've been able to do this in the month of August to get things set up for September, because things are really going to start to fly. Talk about being on a chariot and hanging on, things are really going to start to pick up in the month of September. And I also see that you accomplish something really big for you. So this is not, the work that you've been doing is not necessarily your everyday kind of stuff or things that you've done before. There is something bigger or different or outside of your comfort zone that you have done. And so this card is really, they're patting you on the back for having accomplished that. And I also see some public recognition around that. So I see you getting some kudos from, you know, other people. It could be if you're employed, it could be from your employer or your boss, that type of thing, or other people in the community. I just see some sort of public recognition for you around that, okay? One thing that you can do as well to sort of boost your fame or reputation is to take a look at the back middle of your home. So there's, if you don't know a lot about feng shui, I do bring in feng shui tips to these readings, and there's a video, a YouTube video that I recently posted that will give you an idea of what feng shui is and how to use it. So I encourage you to go back and watch that video if you haven't done that yet, and then what I'm saying will make a little bit more sense. So when you look at the bagua, the middle and the back is your fame area, and that's where it's your fame, your reputation, and the color for that particular area is red. The element is fire. So something that you can do to boost your reputation is to add either in, so that bagua can be laid on the main floor of your home. It can also be laid on your office or even on your desk. So you can add something, be as simple as adding something to the middle back of your desk that is red, or something that represents fire, like a candle, right? Anything like that. Even triangular shapes is the other thing that you can do. Something that's a triangle can be added to that area of your desk or your office to help boost and bring you more recognition and more fame, if you will. Okay, so let's keep going. We've got, what you need to know or work on right now is balance, and this is Archangel Zadkiel. And you know, I always think this card is self-explanatory, but I am going to spell this out to you. So balance, what this is about for you is it's needing to balance the emotions with the other things that are happening in your life. So what I want to say around this is sometimes we can be out of balance in a number of different ways. So you can be out of balance where you're working too much and not spending enough time at home, or vice versa, where you're goofing off all the time and not doing enough work. So that's an obvious example about balance. You can also be imbalanced in your alone time versus family time, that type of thing. So your introspection versus your outer connection and social realm, okay? So there's a lot of different ways that this can be talking about for you. And you know, Libras, you know where you're out of balance. You feel it, okay? Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you are just running all the time, and you need to take some downtime, okay? So there needs to be a balance there, and everything in moderation. You know, if you are, you know, you enjoy being out and you enjoy doing the social thing, that's awesome. But do, you know, balance that with having some alone time and some time to yourself or time at home, okay? Because when you're running all the time, it's not as fulfilling as it is when you have that balance going on, okay? So there may need to be some compromise involved there, okay, and cooperation with other people in your family. So if you're not getting enough alone time, you may have to say, hey, you know, when this door is closed, I am meditating, or I am taking time for myself, and I ask that you not disturb me unless, you know, people used to say, unless you're bleeding, right? So just set up those boundaries. So that's the other piece of it for you guys too, is setting boundaries around that. And then too, there's something, I feel like you are wanting to make a shift about something in your life, and the timing isn't quite right yet. Okay, so if things don't seem to be lining up, those are good messages for you about, the timing might just not be quite right for this. Okay, so they're wanting you, Archangel Zadkiel is wanting you to wait for the perfect timing. Okay, it will come. No worries about that. It will come. Okay, and so you do need some patience around that. All right, the last card that we have for this particular line is the Nine of Earth. So this is what we're calling a future card, which is basically if you follow the advice in the present, which is about getting that balance, then we have the Nine of Earth. And the Earth cards are all about how you make your money and what you need to do to be here on Earth. And of course, 9 in Feng Shui is a very lucky number. We do a lot of things in 9s in Feng Shui. And why? Because 9 is the last number before they repeat again, and it's also about reaching new heights. Okay, so I see this Nine of Earth as a very, very lucky card, and it is about enjoying the luxuries. So you've done a lot of hard work. Now you need to find some balance, and then you'll be able to enjoy the little luxuries and the fun things that you get to do. I also see, so the quiet time alone, that was coming in before I even looked at this card. I was getting that. So you do need to have that quiet time. You need meditation time. I personally recommend that you do it every single day. If you can even just for 10 to 15 minutes, get quiet. Sit still, have some nice, soft music playing, that type of thing, and just breathe, So I'm feeling like you guys aren't breathing. What happens for me a lot of times is I get the feeling in my body about what you're experiencing. So I just want to take a moment for us to breathe here for a second. So take a deep breath in through your nose and blow it out. So anytime you feel yourself getting tense, or you feel like you're not quite in your body, or you can't focus, stop and breathe, okay? And if you can, I strongly encourage you to every day take 10 to 15 minutes to meditate. It's really, really important. The other piece that's coming in around this card is it's a good sign if you're self-employed that is going to be successful for you. So you are going to see success with that self-employment. And it's also about, once you get that balance in line, then you're actually going to do even better. So sometimes we think, oh, I can't stop to take a break. I have so much work to do. Well, honestly, you can't afford not to take a break, because that break actually brings in fresh energy and will bring things to you a lot smoother and easier than if you're pushing and pulling and working really hard for things, okay? So that's an important distinction to know. All right, so let's keep moving. We've got, we're using the Archangel Oracle deck today for some additional information from the angels for you for the month of September. And again, this is for our lovely Libras. My mom was a Libra, and actually my sister is as well. One of my sisters. I have 4 sisters and a brother, so big family. All right. So what do we have here? So in the past line, which again is the basis of the situation, things that you already know, things that are already happening for you, we have Archangel Azrael, and this is the counselor card. And what this really is letting you know, related to your career and your life in general, that is a natural gift that you have to be able to counsel others. And I would imagine that you have a lot of people that come to you when they have issues. They want to just bounce things off of you. They might want to even get together for dinner just to talk things through, because you're a great listener and you give really solid advice for people. Okay, so it is, you have a way of calming them down and helping them see sort of new possibilities that maybe they can't see in the midst of their emotions that are going on with that. So people really do benefit from your guidance. And again, it's that you have that ability to reassure people that everything is going to be okay. And to give them, again, ideas that they maybe wouldn't think of otherwise. So this is something that you could be doing as part of your work, like your career, but it can also be something that you just do with family and friends, right? Or people that you know, okay? So it doesn't, just because this is coming up, does not mean that it has to be something that you do for work. You would be really good at that particular work, and you can incorporate that in what you're already doing, no matter what your work is, right? Even if you're a waitress, you can be someone that listens. And I know there's a lot of waitresses that, my dad will often go to dinner by himself, right? And there's waitresses that he's gotten to know because they sit and listen and they'll talk to him, So that's something that you can incorporate with whatever you do. Okay, so we have Archangel Raphael coming through. This is the present, what you need to know or work on right now. And what I'm getting for this, this is always about, my visualization with this is always about giving your cares and worries to the angels. And I like to picture a basket and just like load that basket up with anything that's worrying you, anything that's bothering you. Put it in the basket and let those angels take it away. They love to help you with any problems that you have. So anything that is bothering you, my cousins used to say, I remember this when I was younger, is about offering it up. And that's really what it is. You're offering it up to the angels, to God, to Source. You're offering it up to them to let them transform it for you. Because here in our physical form, sometimes we can't even see what the best solution would be. We can't even fathom how the situation could turn out differently. But if you give it to them and just let the angels, God, Source, whomever it is that you believe in, that higher power, your higher wisdom, if you let them take it for you, they can transform it, okay? And they can bring back to you what is in your highest purpose and on your highest path, okay? So really, really important to let go of any of those worries or concerns that you have and just give it to them. It's when you're worried about something, I always think about this with my boys. I don't even recall who said this. I'm sure I read it in a book somewhere, but you can't worry about someone and love them at the same time. So just love them, okay? So same kind of situation, you can't come to a solution when you're worried about a problem. Okay, if you're loving something about what's happening to you or appreciating something about what's happening to you, you're more likely to come to a solution around that. Okay, so then the future, if you follow that, give your worries and cares, offer that up to the angels, to God, to Source. Then we have the brilliant idea. So this is really interesting. And I believe, and I just want to check because I think this came up for you last time as well. Libras, yeah. It did, and that was related to your finances. So that wasn't a deep dive reading, so I'm not sure if you guys would have seen that or not. But this is the Brilliant Idea card, and it's Archangel Uriel. And again, they're really pushing, really pushing you, telling you that this idea that you have is divinely guided, okay? So for those of you that didn't watch, didn't take advantage of the deep dive reading last month, that was something that came through, that it's really important that you actually take action and bring that idea into fruition, okay? They're really pushing on you. It's divinely guided. It's something that the world and people around you need, okay? So really, please take the opportunity, take that idea and run with it. There's a wonderful book by Elizabeth Gilbert called what is it? Magic. Something magic. That's all I remember. I can't recall the full title, but Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the one that wrote Eat, Pray, Love. So she wrote a book about this, where ideas will come in and you need to kind of grab onto them and really take action on them right away or they leave you, okay? So that's what this is about. All right, and then Archangel Sandalphon for our very last card is really, it's the Gifts of God card. And what is coming in around this is that there are so many wonderful, beautiful, amazing gifts awaiting you. All right, they're anything that you have wanted, any rocket of desire that you've put out there is actually waiting right there for you. And what is it waiting for? It's waiting for you to open your arms and receive it, okay? So sometimes we don't realize that we're unintentionally blocking the things that we actually want to come into our lives. And how do we do that? Sometimes we block it by being attached to a certain specific outcome or a certain specific person being the one. And so when you let go of the attachment to the outcome, and again, just offer it up to the angels, to God, to Source, when you offer it up to your higher wisdom to help transform it, then you can be open to whatever comes to you, okay? And what will come is going to be way better than you could have thought of on your own, okay? Way better. It's amazing to me how this works. So that's your final message for this month, is about opening your arms to receive what's coming to you, okay? So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the deep dive readings that I've been doing and the membership that you can take advantage of there. And you'll get a lot more information about your career, finances, relationships, and health in those readings as well. So for now, take time to relax, have fun, and enjoy your life. Much love to you, Libras. Hi, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji here again, and I want to just share with you a little bit more about my monthly deep dive reading membership that I'm offering. And this is going to give you a lot more information about 4 specific areas in your life. So that would be your health, which includes your physical, mental, emotional, and of course spiritual health. And then the second area is your finances, so what's happening with your money for that particular month. And then thirdly will be your career or your life purpose. What are you here for? And then the last area, of course, the 4th area is your romantic relationships. So we're going to go deep dive into each one of these particular areas. And it's not just a concept or ideas that I'm giving you. I'm actually going to give you real world action steps to take and the support to be able to do that. So much of the information that I'm going to be sharing are things that concepts and ideas, but also the action steps that I give to my private coaching clients. So it's really like having me as your private coach is a big piece of it. And the other thing that you're going to get in the deep dive readings is feng shui tips that I don't normally give in the broader readings, and special adjustments, special things that you can do to help shift the energy in your space. So lots of really cool things around that. The other thing that you're going to get is you will get monthly, you actually get some bonuses with this. So the bonuses that you get are my Archangel Insight Guide. So that's going to give you actually a handy chart for each one of the 15 archangels, and it tells you kind of their colors, what the stones that are associated with them, what types of things you can call upon them for. And then also you'll get archangel invocations, and those will be for specific angels and words that you can use to call upon them. So those are 2 bonuses that you'll get. And the third bonus is a meditation, and this is related to it's a grounding meditation, and you're going to get it as an audio, which I haven't offered before. So this is something that's strictly exclusively for my angel reading membership members. And you guys get the readings in your email inbox, and you'll also get an audio version of both the general reading as well as the deep dive reading, so that you can listen to it again during the month to get further tips and actions. And then the other thing that you'll get with the membership is you will have a more like actual documents and things like that to help you work through the different processes. So you'll get sort of the support behind the actions that I'm giving you. I may give you an action step, and then I'll have a document that will help explain that. Or I might do a special audio for you around that. You also get a discount on all of my private readings, and that's something that you get as long as you are a member. So that's a really cool advantage that you get as well. And then as I roll out different feng shui courses and different things like that, the members will actually get discounts on those as well. So there's lots of juicy things that you can get from it. And of course, it's that sense of peace and calm, that sense of guidance, that you have someone that's there for you, and the information that you need to make your life easier. So take a look at the link below. There's a link below to check out all the juicy details. You can, of course, just order a single deep dive reading. That's always available to you. And then you can also order, be part of the membership, where you get all of those juicy things that I just talked to you about. And that you can do on a monthly basis, where you're billed monthly, or you can pay upfront for it and save a little bit of money. I think it saves you about $10, $10, something like that, to pay for it all up front. And then you get that information on a monthly basis. So check it out below. Much love to you, and enjoy your day.